Hi guys, it's Hani of Haniela's here, and I'm thrilled to be here. I can't wait to share with you how to make these mildly creepy cookies for Halloween. So let's get started. First, you need to prepare batch of my cookie dough, and then we're going to color some of the dough, or color, I should say, season with red Jimmy sprinkles. I love using these when making eyes and sclera. Sclera is the white part of the eye, and the red cylindrical sprinkles, they look like little veins, making the eye look a bit creepier. I used the same technique in my scary eye cake years ago. Then I'm also going to make irises. I decided to go with two colors. I'm doing bright green and blue. To make bright green, all you need to do is add some yellow to leaf green, and it's just going to make the green pop and it will be a lot brighter like this. And to make sky blue, I used food coloring straight from a bottle, and it's just called sky blue. And then we also need to make pupils, and to make these color some of the dough with black food coloring. It is best to color the dough before you chill it. Once the dough is chilled, it doesn't take the color the same way as it does when it's freshly made. Okay, so now we're going to roll each piece into 1/4 inch thick, and then we're going to chill this for about 20 to 30 minutes. Now, if this wasn't enough, I'm going to complicate things just a little bit. You're also going to prepare one batch of my chocolate dough, which is absolutely delicious. Don't tell anyone. If the dough is a bit sticky, you can use a little bit of flour to make sure that it doesn't stick to your tools, to your hands, or to your rolling pin. And both of these cookie doughs, they are made with powdered sugar. I love using these doughs because they bake with a really tender crumb, melt in your mouth feel, and they don't spread at all. So that's really helpful. But I know not everybody has powdered sugar, so if you don't have powdered sugar, you can also use my recipe with granulated sugar. I'm going to roll the chocolate dough also into 1/4 inch thick, and I'm trying to get a really nice rectangle. We're going to stick this into the fridge until it firms up. To make the eyes, you need to cut out sclera, that's the white part of the eye, with the red sprinkles, irises with smaller round cutter. These I will have blue and green, and pupils with really tiny round cutter. These tiny cutters are from Ateco Geometrical set that I absolutely love, and I'm gonna put a link where you guys can get it in the description box. Now, to assemble the eyes, we need to cut out a round from the sclera. This is the same cutter I used for the irises, and we're going to replace the cutout with the blue or green, depending on what color you are using. I'm not using any kind of water, any kind of glue to keep these glued together. You could use a little bit of glue, water, like edible glue, but I don't think it's really necessary. Now I'm going to cut out pupil with the small round cutter and then replace it with black. Then we're going to stick these into the fridge again until these kind of chill. If they're a little too soft, they're harder to handle. Alright, so here they are. Now my chocolate layer is ready, and I'm going to cut out a lot of rounds. This is the cutter I used for the sclera, remember? So this is the size of the eye. Basically, we're going to create an inlay. I'm going to place the eye cookie into the cavities I'm creating. All right. I actually have seen something like this on Instagram a couple weeks ago with different shapes, so I wanted to give it a go. Now I'm running my rolling pin over this just to make sure there are no gaps between the eyes and the chocolate layer. And then we have to chill it for about 10 minutes or so, and then you can cut out your shapes. I'm using candy corn, of course. It's Halloween and candy corn is super popular. And as you see, I'm really trying to get the most out of this layer, to get most cookies out of it. Now we can transfer each cookie onto the baking sheet, and I'm going to bake these at 350 degrees of Fahrenheit for about 10-11 minutes or so. And there. You have to cool these on a baking sheet for about 10 minutes, and then you can remove them and cool them on a cooling rack, and then store them in an airtight container. I'm ready to make the maggots. Are you guys excited to see how these are made? Ta-da! I used the regular, never used, this is a comb that I've never used, and I'm brushing it with cocoa powder or cinnamon. You can also use hot cocoa mix, I think it would work. But I have to say, I love the, I tasted some, and I absolutely love the cinnamon worms. They're so tasty. So what you are going to do, you want to shape the dough into a ball and then shape it into a small snake, and then run it over a comb that you previously brushed with some cinnamon or some cocoa powder, and then you can shape it and place it like this onto the baking sheet and bake it. For the maggots, make sure that you make the snake slightly smaller like this. Could also roll the end if you want into a little snake shape. These are really fun, and little hands could also help with these. If you have children, I think this would be a fun project for them. And this could also be made with fondant. You could also use marzipan. And today I'm using cookie dough. I'm going to bake these again at 350 for about 7-8 minutes or so. Once these are baked, let them cool completely before you handle these. So what do you guys think? Are you going to eat some maggots this Halloween? And here they are. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This is a really fun and quick Halloween treat, mildly creepy. If you try these, please let me know. I'd love to see how these turned out for you. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Happy Halloween!